What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is EthanielGaming. So today we're going to be doing Floating Continent Chapter 2 Into the Future. This is a decently no gotcha thing. I mean, we're using an Uber super rare, but literally you can exchange that for any like anti-alien Uber super rare, like like Hayabusa or anything. But just replace Amaterasu with like a guy that stays in the back and deals damage, and is good against aliens. So anyway, the three gotcha E or kind of hard to get are Skelecat and Gato Amigo, which are their true forms, and any type of Uber. Like you can use like just anything like at its full extent. Yeah, you can use Saki and all stuff. Just replace Amaterasu with anything you want. You're just gonna have to be doing a lot of damage to the boar. We're gonna be using the biohazard cat combo and no battle items going in. So I'm just gonna skip that real quick. So there's gonna be some heavenly hippos coming out. You're gonna be wanting to use your Parasis to stall. You don't want to be spamming your Ubers early. That is a big mistake that I sometimes make, where if you put out your Ubers and your big guys like your Bahamut up to the base and you hit it and the boar comes out, your meat shields are all the way across the map, and then you're going to reach your spawn cap and they're all going to die. So what we're going to do is we're going to bait with Paris by using Paris to proc the base, or Cyborg to proc the base, so that they don't have to come and kill us. So we're going to be stacking up a decent load here, and then we're going to be wiping out all the peons. Now, if you can, like, recharge, if you have, like, fast rechargeable Ubers, then it is okay. But if your Ubers take, like, 1 to 2 seconds long, it's probably not worth it. You should just proc the base with Paris or Drama or whatever you have that does decent damage. Like, you're going to be wanting to use something that does a decently good job of clearing peons and damaging hippos. If you have stuff like Saku, the monkey guy from Ultra Souls, you can use that too. Any thing like Rocker, you can use it if you have space for it. That would be okay here too. As you can see, the Parasis did fine. Now, one thing to note, though, is that my cyborg is level 30 plus 4, so it might be a little like hard to kill the hippos if your Parases aren't that high of a level. I personally like Paris a lot. Anyway, you're going to get your wallet to max, and while they're busy procking the base, you're just going to spam a slow stream of meat shields so that you can actually fend off whatever comes out. When the boar and stuff comes out, you're going to be trying to lure the boar over because the Cyberhorn is so slow. You do not want that boar and the Cyberhorn together. That is probably the worst case scenario, because that Cyberhorn will tank all of the boar's hits, and you don't want that because you want to be hitting the boar, not the Cyberhorn. If you have any of the Craze cats, Craze Macho or Craze Ball, definitely replace them or bring them instead of using the Biohazard. I did not bring Craze Macho with me at this time because I do not know why I didn't bring him. When they start pushing, you can summon a little bit more. Make sure to keep your money over 10,000. You kind of want to summon both of your Ubers or both of your extremely strong guys at once. You can keep a steady stream of Parases coming out of the base while your money stays. Also, when you kill these Gabriels, you will get and the Heavenly Hippos, you'll get the money you need. Psycho Cat's going to be helping stall the enemy, so that he does not advance forward. That is probably the worst case scenario, him advancing forward. Here we have a moth coming out. Now, there are lots of enemies in this level that spawn on time, such as this moth. Now, if you end up hitting the base too early, you might get the boar with the moth. So make sure you do not hit the base too early so you can just make quick work of this moth. If you have that moth as your backline, as the backliner for the boar, that is awfully bad, and you will be screwed. He does do the freeze ability, which is going to be very annoying during your boar fight. So make sure you lure this guy out. Make sure to kill this guy before you let the boar out, because this moth is spawns on time and not on base hit. Just gotta keep a steady stream of summon. When this hippo dies, we should be okay. You need to get some good hits on the moth. Yeah, he's dead. So now we can wait. This is a huge stream already. You can do decent damage to the boar before he even starts to advance. It's pretty good. Make sure to remember to keep your money at an all-time high so that you will have enough to summon all of your stuff. Here comes the Infiltrator Seal. Now, this is what is happening. If you can't deploy anymore, there's going to be a hole in your walls, and the boar, when he's ripping through all of your meat shields, he will reach your backliners, such as your Bahamut and everything else. You're going to be wanting to lure this boar. Make sure that you are not spawning anything now. And let him kill everything you have and get him to over here and then just spam everything. This boar is only at 100%. That means if you were able to beat level 1 moon, or chapter 1 moon, chapter 1 floating continent, you should definitely be able to beat this. This is literally the same boar, except that there is 2 if you take too long. Try not to take too long. Here we go. Now you're going to be making a steady line of meat shields plus your psychos. You're going to be also wanting to summon all the Ubers and everything you own. I accidentally wasted it on this Gabriel. You do not want to do that. You want your thing to directly hit the boar. I must make another note that my Bahamut is only level 20. I'm not using Cat's Eyes currently. And my Amaterasu is level 25. If your Ubers are unleveled or underleveled, I highly suggest you go level them up because you're going to need it for this fight, definitely. You're just going to keep your steady stream. Try not to summon anything from up here because they're completely useless. They're just combo slaves. The Bony Bone Biohazard, thing here is just so we can have a steady stream of meat shield. It's not for anything special. It also helps our Uber recharge. As you can see, we're doing really well. Here's another moth that comes out on time. Since we killed that other moth, we are actually able to be doing a ton of damage to this boar without that moth support, and the first boar is dead. Now, while we deal with these cyber horns, the second boar might spawn, and that is completely okay. If we are able to deal with the first one, we can definitely deal with the second one. These cyber horns are going to be a little bit of a problem. You're going to be wanting to definitely lure the boar towards the base. Do not try to engage in combat with the cyber horns unless you have, like, something like, I don't know, like anything that can, like, knock back these cyber horns, because that boar plus the cyber horn, that cyber horn is just going to tank everything you own. You're not going to be able to do any damage to the boar until you get through the cyber horn, of course. Unless you have something like Gato Amigo and knock back the cyber horn, then you can do something. And everything is dead. Let's go. Let's continue forward. So now we're just going to keep a steady stream of just regular meat shields. You're going to be wanting to, like, kind of let your meat shields kind of die so that you can have your wall just in case the next Nimoy boar spawns and you're not prepared. Also, by this time, your Uber should be almost ready to recharge, so even if the second boar does appear, you just repeat the whole cycle again. There's only 2 boars, and this is definitely much easier than Chapter 3. But this is much harder than Chapter 1 because it does require luring. That is kind of the key to the stage, luring the boar to your to your base. Also, even if your board does try to hit your base, you're going to have a lot of Psycho Cats stacked up there, and when you do that, your board will probably be slowed. Then you can fire a cat cannon if you have it, and knock him back and make him slowed. I do not know where the other board is. He should be out by now, but whatever. Quite a weird stage, but if you have the right strategy, you'll definitely be able to do it. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah. So that was the Floating Continent into the Future Chapter 2. Hope you like and subscribe. I tried a no-gacha, getting rid of Amaterasu and putting in Mahika. It did not work. But also I didn't lure that round, so... So anyway, I'm going to be doing a guide on some of the crazed cats soon. You can see when that comes out. Alright, see ya. Bye-bye.